Hey guys, so underneath this purple towel is the first of 5 products that I wish I didn't buy because I spent the money and I hardly ever use that item, and this is actually the cheapest of the 5. In total, these 5 products add up to $1,861, and no, this purple towel does not count. Now, really quick before we get started, I wanna share with you why I'm creating this video. I'm creating this video because I have a problem. I love tech things. I love to buy and try new things, and sometimes I buy things and they work out really well, and other times I buy things and I hardly ever use them, and I'm trying to be a little bit smarter with my money, like I know we can all be. So this is a lesson and entertainment, but mostly a lesson for myself and for those of you who are also impulse buyers to just think before you buy. I'm gonna share a little bit about what these products are, what they do, why I bought them, how I thought I was gonna use them, but I'm not saying these are bad products. They were just bad purchases for myself at this time in my life. Okay, so let's get going with product number 1. What is that? This is the Akai Professional MPD18 MIDI drum controller, which means you can connect different sounds to these different buttons and knobs and have them create some really cool sound effects. It comes with software. It'll run you about $99. Now, why did I purchase this? The reason why I bought this is because I came across a YouTube video where a guy was drumming with his fingers, and it was super cool. I have no idea. Now my thought was that maybe some way in a live stream I can incorporate sounds that I connect to this device into my live streams. I go live a lot on Facebook and YouTube, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to connect different sounds like the intro to my show Ask Pat, or maybe some other sound effects, and play them just right here on the drum pad as I'm going along in the live stream. Now the problem was, in order to set this up the way I wanted it to, there was gonna be a lot more devices and cords and things to just incorporate into the live streams. It wasn't worth the effort to just add some sound effects and things like that on top of my live streams. I could do that already in the live streaming software that I had. And so now I have this really cool box that I've never really used. And just, you know, I connected it to one sound effect once and that was it. So kind of a waste, and I'm sorry, because I bet it would be a lot of fun to use, but it just wasn't worth the effort to put together. All right, product number 2. This is the Zoom H1 handy recorder. And I bought this because I had bought a digital camera that didn't have an audio input. It was the Sony RX10 Mark V, and I was a little worried that the sound wasn't gonna be as good as I wanted. So I bought this on my way to Portugal for my first European trip ever, and I only used it once because I found out that the camera has an amazing microphone that just needed a windscreen to make it perfect. So this will run you about $115 right now. Now this is actually a really great item, especially for those of you who want a really portable handheld recorder. It's not so much perfect for podcasting on the go. I use a different, the Zoom H6N with 6 inputs. It's actually what I'm using to record right now. But the Zoom H1 is a great handy recorder. If I was in college and I was listening to lectures, this is what I would have. It actually can pick up some great stereo sound, but there isn't even a good spot to put this on the camera, so you need to like jerry-rig this thing in order to hold all these pieces together, which defeated the whole purpose of having a small point-and-shoot camera to begin with. So just kind of a waste of a purchase there. Product number 3, and this one runs $149, and that is, this is the Insta360 Nano 360-degree camera, VR 3D panoramic point-and-shoot digital video cameras, 3K HD dual wide-angle fisheye lens for iPhone 7, 7 Plus, and all iPhone 6 series, 360 live on Facebook, pearl white.
It's all about ranking those keywords, huh?
So this is kind of cool. It connects right to your phone, just snaps in right under like that, and you download an app, and then you can start recording in 360. You kind of just set this down, and it records everything around you, and you can go in and upload it to Facebook. You can even go 360 degrees on Facebook Live, which is really cool. So I'd planned to kind of experiment and try that, and I did try a few runs of the 360 stuff, uploading it onto YouTube and also going live on Facebook, and it just, you know, it was kind of gimmicky. It didn't really have such good quality, and the reason I bought it is because I noticed a number of 360 videos going live all around a short period of time. Gary Vee posted one that was really cool and fun, and I just wanted to experiment to see what that was like. But for $150 currently, just isn't something I'm gonna be investing a lot of time into, and kind of just a dud purchase for me. Okay, next up, item number 4 is, oh, geez. This is the DJI Spark Drone. And this is a really, really fun little toy that I've used maybe 5 or 6 times. I've flown it up to 400 feet here in San Diego, or was it 300? And I've only used it a few times because the novelty wears off quite quickly after you have one of these. In retrospect, I could have saved $699 by borrowing it for any sort of production purposes, but I've really never even needed this for any videos that I've shot yet. It also has like selfie mode where you can kind of use your hand to move it up and down, which is kind of fun, but again, not really used very often. I also have this carrying case here that I think has some spare batteries. It also has the remote that connects to your phone. Okay, why isn't it working? I forgot how to use this thing. Yeah, I don't even remember how to turn this thing on. That's how often I use this thing. All right. Blinking. Blinking lights. Now, I don't even have the app ready. So I can't even use it. I don't even have the app on my phone because I upgraded to a new phone and I didn't download the DJI app. So I won't be able to use it quite yet. It's trying to connect, but it's not gonna connect. So $699, a fun little toy, quite expensive for a toy that you only use 4 or 5 times. Okay, and then finally, I can't even, so this big sucker right here was my 5th and final purchase that I want to share with you that I wish I didn't purchase. It runs $899. It looks like a really fun hobby, something that I thought I could get into until I learned that the way I was setting up was quite harmful, especially for myself and my kids. Now there are ways to make it safer, but I just didn't. This thing takes up so much room and it was quite expensive for just 3 or 4 uses. So without further ado, here is a 3D printer. This is huge. This is the Flash Forge 3D Printer Creator Pro, metal frame structure, acrylic covers, optimized build platform, dual extruder with 2 spools, works with ABS and PLA plastic. And if I turn this around here, oh geez. You can see the 2 colored spools. So there's like the red colored spool and the white colored spool here that feeds into these tubes which come into this space. What happens is this printer, as you can see here, it moves around and you kind of set stuff up in some computer software and it prints to this device. And this will melt this plastic that comes in this spool as it's being placed onto this platform. This platform kind of moves back and forth. Or excuse me, I think these things move back and forth and it kind of creates layers of plastic on plastic on plastic. And you get these 3D structures. Why did I buy this? I bought this because my friend was like, dude, you gotta get a 3D printer. It's so fun, it's the future. Everybody's gonna have 3D printers and instead of going to the store, you're just gonna print stuff all day. And I really think it could be like that one day. But with these kinds of devices, with still how new they are, I just have no use for this. So it's been sitting underneath my desk over there for nearly a year now and just collecting some dust. So this thing has just been sitting here and it's a purchase that I wish I didn't make. So before I let you go, I wanna ask you, for those of you on YouTube right now, what are some purchases that you made that you wish you didn't make? Could be big, could be small. I'd love to hear from you. And also, oh jeez. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the bell icon so you can join the notification squad so you can get notifications when new videos come out. And if you comment within an hour after a new video goes live, you might be able to win an SPI pin. Thank you so much. Looking forward to learning more about some of the purchases that you made. And I promise you, I'm gonna make better decisions moving forward when it comes to tech and these kinds of gadgets, because guess what? New stuff's coming out all the time and I'm gonna need some help. So hopefully you're there with me too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.
That's the most beautiful thing in the world.